Who's thinking about buying football in June? Well, with the super early bird football promotion at WagerTalk and Sports Memo, we have a few reasons why. Early bird pricing for NFL and college football combo is $8.99, but using coupon code FOOTBALL100, you can take $100 off, dropping the price to $7.99. If you purchase by June 30th and use coupon code FOOTBALL100 to get your $100 discount, we'll also toss in an additional bonus. On July 4th, we'll take the highest scoring MLB game of the day and give you $10 for every run scored. Yes, so if July 4th, the highest scoring game is 10-9, you will get $190 in wager bucks to use how you choose. This super early bird $100 discount using Football 100 and Wager Bucks bonus expires on June 30th with no exceptions. So if you plan to bet football this year, this is the lowest price we will offer. So act fast and lock in your favorite football handicappers in both NFL and college football through the national championships and Super Bowl.
Welcome into First Pitch on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. Friday, June 10th. We're breaking down 3 games on the card. We got best bets at the end. I am Drew Martin, joined by Dave Koken and Jimmy Adams of WagerTalk.com. Going around the horn here. Happy Friday to you, Dave. Guys, check Dave out on WagerTalk. #1 MLB handicapper the last 4 years. He's got a twin bill up, discounted price at WagerTalk.com. Dave, welcome in. Happy Friday to you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Drew. It's been pretty good lately, much in part due to the Phillies. I decided to, this is an underachieving team, and I thought Girardi did a couple of things that might have lost the clubhouse, particularly his bullpen use. And I think it was a game against the Braves right before they canned him, and decided to get right on them in hopes of a hot streak with the managerial change. Well, it's worked out pretty well, 6 in a row, including a 4% play yesterday at plus 150. They'll get the profits up there in a hurry, so it's good right now. And we'll continue to play the Phillies until they lose 2 in a row. Have some other good plays tonight. And that football special that Ruby Rose just talked about is absolutely terrific. So take advantage of it and hope for a high-scoring game at July 4th, which you'll probably get.
Yeah, good stuff from Dave. Guys, if you remember last week, Dave was the one that pointed out that Phillies looked to jump on him with the managerial change. It's been undefeated. He's been hitting all of them. So check him out. Check out his service. He's 7-1 run right now. And #2 this season in terms of ROI for the MLB season. Another guy here, top 5, #3 on the season, Jimmy Adams. He's also 7-0. His last 7 5% plays. Check him out, WagerTalk.com. I think he's got one up tonight. That's a good one. Jimmy, hey, we'll get your best bet for the show. I know you got your 5% up. Happy Friday to you.
Yeah, happy Friday, Drew. Things have been going great, just like Dave. I love what Dave's doing on the Phillies. I love betting on streaks like this, and I should have been doing a similar thing. I cashed with the Phillies a couple times on this streak. Probably my favorite win of the season on one of them. Phillies were down to their last strike of the game, down 1, number 9 hitter. He's batting 147 on the year. He's got 1 home run, and he puts it in the seats for a walk-off win. That was my favorite win, I think, so far this season. But things have been going great. 7 straight 5% winners. We're hitting 71% over our last 31, so good long-term profit. We're firing away with another 5%er tonight, so head over to WagerTalk.com and grab it.
Drew, before we get into the games, I want to talk about 2 things. One, the move I made with the Phillies is not an automatic move whenever there's a change. It's got to be a situation where I think a team is underperforming and has the capabilities of turning it on. So I didn't do it with the Angels. They're 1-2 since Nevin took over. There's just too many injuries on the Angels right now, and they're playing horrible baseball. The other thing, I think we got to bring this up, what Tony La Russa did yesterday. And this is the kind of move that could lose the clubhouse. For those who aren't familiar, runner at second, 2 outs. The count is 1-2 on Trey Turner. And he decided to intentionally walk him. With the count 1-2 and 2 outs. Max Muncy then comes up and hits a 3-run homer. It was an incredibly stupid move by La Russa. I'm sorry, anybody who's defending it, you're out of your mind, okay? It was just awful baseball. baseball on his part, over managing to the nth degree. And I think that I know La Russa's Reinsdorf's guy, but I'd be keeping an eye on that situation. I think this got so much bad pub yesterday, and then he goes and defends the move in the post-game press conference, which was ludicrous. He would have been better off just saying, "Well, I took a shot and I blew it." Okay, he's actually defending it. There was no defense. He could get kicked. He could get booted at some point if this team continues to kind of just hang around. And if that happens, the White Sox might be a team that I might want to latch into if they make a managerial change.
Good stuff, Dave. I was going to ask you about that Angels one, but yeah, always good analysis from Dave Koch. And guys, let's get into the games here. We get Minnesota Twins hosting the Tampa Bay Rays. Jimmy, we can start off with you first. Rasmussen versus Smeltzer, the lefty, -112, seeing up to as high as -120. That's the Twins as the home favorite. Rasmussen's been good, Jimmy. Former first rounder from Oregon State, the former Beaver, last time out, 7 innings, 3 hits, 0 earned runs versus the White Sox that Dave just talked about. Total of 9 here. I was looking towards the Rays, but this Twins lineup has been hot. What are you liking in Minnesota tonight, Jimmy?
Yeah, the Twins lineup has definitely been hot. I mean, so they're off a tough 10-7 loss to the Yankees yesterday. They had a 7-3 lead and they blew it. They had back-to-back-to-back home runs to start the game, which was unbelievable. 5 home runs total in the game. So, yeah, they are definitely swinging the bats well. So, yeah, they'll face Drew Rasmussen, who has an ERA of 9 against Minnesota in a small sample size. And Rasmussen gave up 5 earned 2 starts back against the Rangers in 3 innings of work. So he's not unhittable, but he is a good pitcher. And then Devin Smeltzer has been solid, a 1.93 ERA. He's only had 5 starts on the season, but he hasn't allowed more than 2 earned runs in any of those starts. With the way he's pitching and the way the Twins are hitting home runs like it's the home run derby, I'm going to take a shot with the Twins. We've seen this line flip, I believe, off the overnight, and I agree with the line move. So give me Minnesota tonight.
Okay. And it also looks like we've got 77 degrees tonight in Minnesota, about 10 miles an hour blowing out. Dave, what do you like in Minnesota tonight?
Not much. Wander Franco's still out for the Rays, which he hadn't been playing all that well, but it's still a hit to their lineup. Twins are getting healthier. The problem for me is I have a bias against pitchers like Smeltzer. They just don't. He just doesn't miss any bats. He's averaging, I believe it's 4.2 strikeouts per 9 innings, and he's giving up more than 40% hard hit rate. So, and again, it's a bias because there are some lower strikeout pitchers who do pretty well. But I have a tendency to avoid these guys because if they're not locating, they can start getting hit really hard. Rasmussen, I think he was a bargain-type pitcher for a while. He was floating under the radar, and the Rays never seem to get all that much public play anyway. But I think the odds have caught up to Rasmussen, where now you're actually paying a premium to back him in situations like this. So I'm going to leave this one alone. I don't know exactly what to do with it. If I had to play it, I might take a shot with the over. Looks like a nice night for baseball in Minnesota. And I think the Rays might be able to get the Smeltzer, and Rasmussen might be hittable here. So call it a lean. I'm not playing it, though.
Okay. Maybe one you might hear, Dave, St. Louis. Let's head there. We got the Cincinnati Reds and the St. Louis Cardinals. Luis Castillo, the 29-year-old Dominican pitcher, flamethrower. He's actually had 7 walks his last 2 starts. He's going for the Reds. Total of 8, -140. That's what we're seeing the Cardinals as the home favorite. Cardinals starter here, Dave. Kind of an interesting handicap. Only his 2nd start of his career. He was drafted in the 4th round from UC Irvine in 2019. He made the majors quickly, which is usually a bet on, but not sure how you're handling it. What do you like in here, Reds and Cardinals tonight in St. Louis, Dave?
Well, Marmo seems to feel that he won't have any issues with pressure. He's just one of those real even keel guys. A little concerned about his control, which could be an issue. Same thing can be said for Castillo. You mentioned the walk situation last couple of games. I might give a pitch against Castillo. The problem for the Reds, though, in a season where just about everything has gone wrong, it continues to get even wronger. Tyler Stephenson's been the best player on the team. He's their all-star, except he's now going to be out for about a month because he broke his thumb. So that's a big hit. And also, the guy that used to play with the Cubs, Almora, who's actually hit well for the Reds this year. He's hurt. I don't know that I don't know if he's playing tonight or not. So the Reds lineup is compromised. Cardinals coming home after not such a good trip to Tampa. I think they're going to want to win tonight. Well, obviously, that's a stupid thing to say. Of course they're going to want to win. But I think they're in a good position to win against the Reds team that could have trouble generating offense without their best guy out there. So I'd have to lead to St. Louis here. The price isn't that unreasonable either.
Jimmy, you leaning towards the Redbirds tonight at home?
I sure am. I agree with Dave. There will be a sense of urgency for the Cardinals tonight off that tough sweep against the Rays. So Andre Palante, he's been good this year, obviously mostly in relief. He's making his second start of the year, I believe. 1.23 ERA on the season. He allowed 1 earned run over 4 innings in his first start. And I think that's about what we can expect out of him tonight. So Palante, he's got an orthodox delivery. You heard Dave mention the command. And, he really has a lot of movement on his fastball. He doesn't always know where it's going. But that can also kind of work to his advantage if it's hitting the strike zone with that movement. He throws hard, and he gets a lot of ground balls. So another thing worth noting is the Cardinals will have a fresh bullpen for this game, so that should not be a problem should Palante get pulled early. Reds have lost 5 of 7. They lost those games to the Nats and D-backs. Castillo allowed 5 runs last time out. He had trouble with his walks, allowed 4 walks. And the Reds have the worst bullpen ERA in all of baseball. So look for the Cardinals to add runs late and take this game. I'll be rolling with the Redbirds tonight.
All right, that one in St. Louis, guys. We got 1 game left. It's the nightcap for the show. We'll get the best bets as well. Reminder, we're going live Monday through Friday, 2 o'clock Eastern time here on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. Check out Jimmy and Dave, WagerTalk.com. Dave, the #1 handicapper at WagerTalk in MLB the last 4+ years. He's also #2 in ROI this season on a hot run, 7-1. Check out his best bets available, discounted here. It looks like a 2-pack. We'll get information at that at the end of the show. And Jimmy as well with a 5% play up. He's on a 7-0 streak. Seeing it well. The #2 and #3 MLB handicappers this season. So we got last game up here, guys, the nightcap in San Francisco. Battle of California teams here, Jimmy. We get the Dodgers and the Giants. Last year, both of these teams in the triple-digit mark in terms of wins. The rivals, we can call them here. Jacob Junis going for the Giants. Walker Buehler going for the Dodgers, seeing about -145, -150. That's the Dodgers as the road favorite. Total of 9. You liking anything in San Francisco tonight, Jimmy?
I may get to the window with this game. I'm a little undecided. So this is the first time San Francisco is going to be seeing the Dodgers at home. And but the Giants got to tighten things up on defense. There were way too many mistakes yesterday. They really got to ratchet it down and start playing better on the defensive side, help their pitchers out. Dodgers have never seen Jacob Junis, and Junis has pitched well so far. I mean, 6 innings, 1 run, just 2 hits last time out. He also recorded 8 Ks in that outing. The start before, 1 run. The start before that, 2 runs. So Junis pitching pretty well. Dodgers coming off that come-from-behind victory over the White Sox. Walker Buehler, usually a reliable guy. He's my favorite pitcher on this Dodgers staff, and he's usually worth backing. Hasn't really been lately. 5 earned runs and just 2.1 innings pitched last time out against the Mets. He allows 4 the start before that. So he is not in good current form. We are getting a very good price with San Francisco at home. Not that there's a big crowd advantage in baseball, but San Francisco packs their ballpark, and it's a Friday night, first time the Dodgers are coming to town. Give me the Giants at a big plus price.
All right. And Dave, this is the first time the Dodgers are visiting San Francisco this season, to Jimmy's point. Are you liking anything between the NL West rivals?
No, I don't like the game. Walker Buehler's, I'm having trouble pinpointing him this season. There's a few things that I don't like. One is his K rate is actually down. It's under 8 per 9 innings. So it's not awful by any means, but it's not as dominant as he usually is. And his overall numbers are okay, but not great. However, he's been a lot better on the road than he's been at Dodger Stadium. Most of his problems are coming home this season. Junis is pitching well. It looks like he added a pitch to his arsenal and seems to be having some success with it. How long that lasts, we'll have to wait and see. Dodgers very explosive. The wind is out tonight in San Francisco. I think it could be very hitter-friendly. So if I had to bet the game here, I think I'd take a shot with the over in this game. I'm not going to bet it, but if you want an opinion on it, I'll take over. I think you could get some late inning thunder here.
Sure, guys, and it transitions into my best bet to Dave's point, or helping Dave in that over. Double-digit winds out towards right center is what I'm seeing. 68 degrees tonight in San Francisco. And I'm on the home team here. San Francisco Giants plus 137, risk 100 to win 137. Junis, he's been good. Jimmy talked about it. I actually have him 16 plate appearances against current Dodgers, under a 550 team OPS again. So he's done well in the short sample size. He's pitched well of recent. And Walker Buehler, great pitcher overall if you look at his career stats, where he was drafted, top prospect, all that. But actually, 9 earned runs in his last 2 starts. Not pitching well right now. I love recency kind of handicapping here when it comes to starting pitchers, and that points towards the Giants starter, plus the fact they're at home, big plus price here. So, yeah, guys, I'm in the late night special here, San Francisco Giants plus 137. Throw it over to you, Jimmy. Any final thoughts for the show, and what's your best bet, buddy?
So for my best bet, I am going to roll with the Cardinals. This is an official client play. We got it in the low 130s, but the line's not too far out of hand. So I'll still recommend a play on the Cardinals for all the reasons I listed before. Like Drew said, 5% play up tonight. We're going for our 8th straight win there. And me and Dave are both running hot. So buy my pick, buy Dave's picks, get a subscription, and we're going to make you money.
Absolutely. You're talking about the atmosphere there in San Francisco as well. C. James saying right before COVID, I saw a Dodgers-Giants game in San Francisco. The absolute best live baseball game I ever been to. Crazy atmosphere there in San Francisco. Dave, throw it over to you. I know you got to play up, seeing it well. Final thoughts for the show, and where's your best bet going?
Yeah, so today's rundown, I'm playing the Phillies again, obviously. There's no reason to get off them. If you get on a winning streak with a team, don't try and fine-tune it. Just keep playing them. If you were there at the beginning of the streak, you just stay on it. So I'll be on the Phillies till they lose 2 straight, and hopefully not having to worry about that tonight. We'll see if they can get another one in the win column, although Zach Gallen is obviously pretty tough for Arizona. I have 2 totals, both first 5 overs. I think these 2 games should be high scoring. That's the package that's up today for $29. You get both of those plays. And the other selection is a free play. It is a 3% play. I took a shot with the Marlins. Pablo Lopez going against Luis Garcia as Miami travels to Houston. It's never easy to bet against the Astros, especially at home. But look, at the pitcher comparison, Lopez does have the better numbers as opposed to Garcia, at least in the categories that I like to focus on. And I'm getting a pretty good price. So I made a first 5 play on the Marlins with Pablo Lopez. Should be the plus 120, plus 125 range. Hopefully he's got his good stuff tonight. If he does, this will be in all likelihood a low-scoring first 5 innings. And if it's low-scoring, it'll be the plus 120 and change side. Marlins first 5 for tonight's best bet here on the show, and it is my free play today.
Let's go fish. Absolutely, Dave. We got best bets here. The Fish, first 5, plus 120 for Dave. We got Jimmy Adams, Cardinals, minus 140. And I'm on the Giants, plus 137 late night, guys. So that's the Friday show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please smash that like button if you did. Feel free to reply below. Any questions, we'll answer them next week. Check out Jimmy's 5% play. Dave Koken just told you about it there. That discounted play, the 2 plays you get for pretty much the price of one. WagerTalk.com. Guys, check out the live odds screen as well. Have a fun, safe weekend. We'll be back here on Monday. Talk to you then. Best of luck with your bets until then. Thanks for tuning in.
Who's thinking about buying football in June? Well, with the super early bird football promotion at WagerTalk and Sports Memo, we have a few reasons why. Early bird pricing for NFL and college football combo is $8.99, but using coupon code FOOTBALL100, you can take $100 off, dropping the price to $7.99. If you purchase by June 30th and use coupon code FOOTBALL100 to get your $100 discount, we'll also toss in an additional bonus. On July 4th, we'll take the highest scoring MLB game of the day and give you $10 for every run scored. Yes, so if July 4th, the highest scoring game is 10-9, you will get $190 in wager bucks to use how you choose. This super early bird $100 discount using Football 100 and wager bucks bonus expires on June 30th with no exceptions. So if you plan to bet football this year, this is the lowest price we will offer. So act fast and lock in your favorite football handicappers in both NFL and college football through the national championships and Super Bowl.